Absolutely.
All right. There has been, as Sean alluded to, some breaking news while we've been on stream, and that is Pape Matar Sarr has signed a new deal confirmed by the club now. 5.5-year deal taking him till 2030 in a Tottenham shirt, which is absolutely brilliant news for Spurs. And I'll go to you, Brian. Obviously, he's been a fixture of the side this season, 20 years of age. I mean, if he feels like he's been playing for Tottenham for like a decade now with, how much of a mainstay he's in the team and how important he is to the team this season. How important is this contract, this news, and how high do you think his ceiling is considering his performance level at the moment and he's only 20 years of age?
I think this guy... when you've heard people, first of all, let's just say this is a fantastic piece of business from the club. Again, to 2030, this is tying someone down that was due a contract, has been exceptional this year, should have got more games under Conte. I don't understand why he didn't, especially after AC Milan at the San Siro. Should have been given a lot more game time. I thought it was outstanding. You've heard people say, "Oh, he moves like Yaya Toure," or he's a Patrick Vieira. You even heard say he's got parts of N'Golo Kante to his game. Well, if you want to be in his kind of position, if you want to be linked to three players, that's not bad for you to begin with after a handful of games. I wouldn't mind that. I think this guy's ceiling is super high. I literally thought that when he came in, Bissouma was making him look good. You look at things now, and you look at it and say, well, maybe it was the pair of them helping each other, or maybe Sarr was helping Bissouma be able to do what he's done. I think Sarr has been the unsung hero of the season. A very richly deserved contract. Thankfully, he's got it. Like we knew yesterday, apparently this was done. We heard it from Fabrizio. Now the club have officially come out and said it. It's another sign of intent from the football club, which is good to see. And this is a player that has richly deserved a contract, and I'm absolutely ecstatic it's now confirmed.
Yeah, 100%. And Sean, this is a player I feel like, when you talk to maybe opposition fans or maybe just, general fans in the Premier League, maybe he doesn't get maybe the praise or recognition he deserves. And given how he's performed this season, like at 20 years of age, like, do you think he should be getting a bit more attention than he is getting in terms of how well he's playing?
Attention from who? Sorry.
Just like the general Premier League fans, or do you think he deserves more respect? I feel like he does it. Maybe he's a bit underrated.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Sleep on him all you want. I don't care about the plaudits of other teams. I think that this guy is. I mean, I've never seen a guy who covers so much grass. He's got an engine. He calms everything down. I think that when he plays, I think that Pedro Porro is better. I think Pedro Porro has reassurance that it's not just what he can do on the ball himself. I think it's what the kind of calming influence that it has on so many other players around him. And I think he gives people the ammunition to be able to go and do more things on the ball, knowing that if something was to go wrong, then you've got him who might be behind them now, who can cover the grass and get back and tidy things up. And then moving forward, he's getting more and more confident to take things on. I think in the first few games of his career with Tottenham, he was shooting too wildly. He had too much of an appetite to take a shot from distance, and it was like a little bit over the top. But now he's picking his moments, and I'm so devastated for his injury. I hope it hasn't ruined his international, his tournament that's coming up. But I'm delighted that he's here. I'd love to throw back a quick question to you guys, because I was having this conversation with someone else. I think it was Adam William Cahill. We were saying if someone came in and offered £70 million for Pape Sarr, would you take it?
Nope.
I don't think right now I would. No, I don't think I would. I think he's got. Look at his age. Look how well he's playing. This guy is only going to get better and better. I think not only that, I think he's got a brilliant personality. He's so popular in the dressing room. I think that those are also very important traits. And I think he's starting to contribute more and more when it comes to goal contributions. You can see how amazing he is off the ball as well. And he's still so young. And I feel like, once, how many Premier League games has he actually played? Like 30, 40? Like once he gets to, 100, then all of a sudden he's going to have all that experience behind him. He's going to have filled out a bit more physically as well. I think you're talking about £100 million player here, potentially, in my opinion. What do you reckon, Rez?
Yeah, I mean, I think looking on reflection, we shouldn't actually be that surprised that he's a good footballer, because I think he seems to be made almost entirely out of legs, right? I mean, it's like, you know, he's like an antelope, the guy, you know, just brilliant. I love him. I love watching him. You know, he's so calm, so measured on the ball, you know. At the age of 20, he has culture to his game. Give him some time, give him a little bit of bulk, give him a taste of real, you know, the edge of competition. This kid's going to explode, you know. If his development is managed, because he's still developing as well, if his development is managed properly, he will probably, if it's done right, he could become the player we expected Ndombele to become. Not necessarily in exactly the same style of play, but remember when we got Ndombele, we thought, yeah, this guy's going to be the next big thing because of all that natural talent. That's Pat Matasar, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a very bright future ahead of him, and yeah, I'm thrilled that we've got him on a long-term contract, because even if it comes down to a case of someone tries to poach him from us, we're not gonna lose him on the cheap. I'd hope that doesn't happen. I would like to see him stay and become a superstar with Spurs and be part of a resurgence of retaking our place at the top table. So yeah, all good news as far as I'm concerned.
Do you think that's the path he's on the path to superstardom?
Yes, I do. I do.
Yeah.
He's got a taste for winning things with his national team, right? He has all the attributes to do it. He seems to be relatively level-headed. He doesn't surround himself with, you know, an entourage. He's not eating McDonald's unauthorized. Sorry, I couldn't help taking another swipe at him. You know, he's got all the attributes. We can't say what the future holds, okay? Anything can happen. Not just in terms of, let's say, the basic things like injuries. Who knows? He might have some personal issue that crops up that stops him. But with a fair wind, with the right conditions and the right assistance and, you know, looking after his career as best he can, I think the guy can go right to the top. Right to the top.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's easy to forget just how young he is, considering how consistent he's been this season, and what a mainstay he's become in the team. And almost we don't know what you've seen the form that we're on when he's off the pitch, when he's not been selected, and we just don't look the same, do we? And he as people have said, he seems to be that glue in that midfield. And it's one of those players you only realise how important he is until he was injured, and all of a sudden, you know, we're getting overrun in midfield a lot, and we're not clicking in the same manner. And I think I completely agree. I think he's got such an amazing future. I can't wait to see many more years of him in the Spurs shirt, and I think he's going to be an absolute star in the making in the Premier League. I think he's absolute quality. I think he's going to get better and better. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts notching up with even a few more goals in the future down the line as well. I think he's got quite a good shot on him. I think we haven't seen the best of that either. Yeah, I'm really liking the look of him. I think he's done phenomenally well this season. So big up to Spurs for signing that new contract for him up to 2030. So hopefully another at least 5.5 years of Papa Matasar.